Hi Libra, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your July 10th, 2025 full moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, a healing, or a gift card, check out my website, danehartguidedmessages.com. It's listed in the description box below. Excuse me. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So let's take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Libra, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Fantastic. Okay, give me a moment, Libra. Let me take it all in. Okay. At the heart of it all for this full moon in Capricorn is, I love the Fool. Okay, so it's the Fool. You are taking a leap of faith during this time. Now, Capricorn energy isn't usually the energy where we sit there and say, I'm going to take this leap of faith. I'm going to go after things. We usually like to be very kind of down to earth, very grounded, very, very practical. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. This is very practical energy. This is very, grounded, down to earth energy. So what we're going to see here is that we are going to take leaps of faith into what we want and what we deeply desire, but we're also going to be very grounded. We're going to be rather down to earth during this time. We're going to be rather practical with our dreams. And it doesn't mean that we're not dreaming big, but we're going to sit there and be like, no, I have a plan. Like I have a 5-point plan that I'm going to move forward in. I'm mapping this out. I'm looking at this differently. It doesn't seem impossible anymore, where once upon a time it might have. And so what you're going to see here is that you're letting yourself soar. Now, yes, you can be afraid of falling. That is very, very, very real. That's a very real fear, right? Because when you jump, you have to land. And knowing that the impact is going to come, but also knowing that you are weathering any storm, that you are powerful and determined and focused is astoundingly beneficial. But also be aware that during this moon, we can really be seeking outside approval. It's like, I really want this approval from this person, or, this is the way you're supposed to be successful, so this is the way I'm going to be successful. But here, it's not so much listening to the outside world, it's going to be listening to the inside world that really, really matters to you. It moves us then, Libra, to the challenge. And this is the ships going in, the ships going out. This is also looking at the bigger horizon. This is the Three of Wands. And so what we see here with the Three of Wands is that we are looking at a bigger picture of what we want, but it can be a little bit daunting. It can be a little bit overwhelming. We might not even be there at this time to say, all right, I want this to come in. I want this to go forward. Let's make these connections. Let's move this. Let's do that type of deal. But it's also kind of sending things out into the universe more and looking at different ways of promoting, producing, conducting yourself and putting yourself on I don't know why I'm saying like different networks, but it's like, it doesn't need to be networks. It could be social media, right? But it also is like the sense of, oh, this is the way everybody always does it. But I do see you as kind of doing things a little bit differently, kind of like going a different route. And that becomes very successful for you because it's like, oh, well, nobody thought about this. And it doesn't mean that it has to be new. It's actually a challenge for you. Right now, it's a sense of like, oh, this is stumping me. I'm supposed to be doing things a little bit differently. And that's going to be very important for you during this time because you're going to be taking a bit of a different path, but you're working this out right now. So that's okay. But just know that you're moving forward in a different way. You're moving forward in a not so traveled way. But once you do this, once you open up this door, people are going to be like, oh, why didn't I think of that? Type of deal. So do be mindful of that. Where we need to focus during this time is the Hangman, is looking at things differently. That's exactly the energy that Spirit was bringing during this moon. Because this moon is all about trusting your intuition. This moon is all about, it's not seeking others' approval. It's knowing that not everything will be clear, but it's trusting your inner self. And it's also aligning with your karmic path because Saturn is also the ruler of our karmic path. So as that comes forward, as you're looking at things differently, as you're embracing your power, your insight, your intuition, and yourself, you are going to be looking at yourself in a very different way. But also where you need to focus is that it's okay to be different. It is okay not to fit in. And you can be doubting this during this time where, oh no, I have to fit in like them. I have to be doing it like them, whomever the them is. It's not going to work for you. You are meant to stand out, not to blend in. So do be aware of this during this time. It moves us then to the energy that is moving away. And this is the 9 of Pentacles. It's being in the moment. You could have been training yourself, Libra, on how to be in the moment, how to balance yourself, how to be present in the here and the now, meaning really being conscious, of being present, of taking each moment as a gift. And with the 9 of Pentacles, it's saying, okay, I've learned this, or I've worked on this. Now it's time to move forward. But also be very mindful not to let the past and the future get that snagglehold on us again. So with the 9 of Pentacles coming in and being the energy that we're leaving behind, it's like, okay, learn this lesson, understand this. It is also going to be really important to take that lesson moving forward with us. So just be aware of that. But yeah, we can find that, we're not kind of paying attention to that as much. And so we're like, oh, it's okay. Like, it's okay. It'll happen, type of thing. Or the past comes in really intensely during this time, which it can, and it is for many a sign. And so just be mindful about that. Just be mindful to be in the present, even though we're not actively working on that right now. It moves us then to our strength, which is justice. We are represented by justice in the major arcana. So our strength during this time is going to be us, Libra, which is kind of cool. And it is about balance, it's about insight, it is about prosperity, it is about looking at ourselves and being just with ourselves. Meaning that it would be very easy, especially during this moon, to sacrifice who it is that we are, what it is that we are, for what it is that others want us to be, or how it is that others want us to be, or what we think success looks like. So we're just going to tweak this and tweak that and be more conventional, be more marketable type of thing. I don't know why I keep on coming up with marketing, but there's a sense here of like, oh, but I have to sell this. Like it has to come forward. It's like, yeah, but it has to be balanced with you. There's a uniqueness to you that is going to lead you forward in a beautiful way. And it's balanced with you. It's being just to yourself and not making yourself crazy, trying to be somebody else. Actually, that's going to make things not move forward the way that you want them to. It moves us then, like we can study other people to be like, oh, how did they do this? How did they work this out? What about this? What about that type of deal? Like be inspired, not study, but be inspired by other people. And yeah, that can lead to studying like, oh, okay, I get this, I get that. But now we're going to be stepping into ourselves, being just and fair to us. And it leads us to our strength, which is the Tower, is that everything is changing. And the Tower time, I know we're looking at this right now and it's like, no, can't these two cards be switched? Please and thank you. And I wish they could. But what we're leaving behind is a sense of a time of really needing to learn how to be present within ourselves and how to honor the gifts that we have. Because what we're stepping into is a time where things are changing. Now, they can be changing because of happy things, right? Because we're getting married or, we're moving into a new house or we get a new job. It's a Tower time. Everything changes and we're trying to get our footing. But it can also be an intense time of change. It can just be personal. You know, it doesn't have to be something where it's catastrophic and everybody sees it. It can be a personal change where it's like, wow, I thought I wanted XYZ, but I don't. Or I thought this was the answer. This would make me happy. This would bring the joy and prosperity. And I've worked so hard for it and I don't like it, you know, type of thing. And so here we're going to go through a shift, and this moon is going to bring up a shift because it's us fighting with convention, or loggerheads with convention right now, to say, but what is it that I want? Because as much as Capricorn, again, brings forward the rules and structures and everything like that, it also brings forward our karmic path. And we're learning how to take a leap of faith on us. And as we do so, it's shaking everything up. The advice for this time is to work with others, is collaboration. Libra, we're very good with working with others. We like kind of bouncing off ideas on other people, or getting like a second and third opinion just to look at it. We don't have to take it, right? But we're just looking at things. And so that's going to be important to us during this time as well. Getting these different opinions, looking at things differently. It moves us then to the environment that we're in. Everything's going to be moving rather quickly. There's going to be intensity, a speed to things. This is also Cancer energy. Time frame is June 21st to July 22nd. So it's exactly the time frame that we're in. And we are going to see things charging forward. Emotions can be very high. And as we're looking at what we want, things become more clear because there's a speed, a tenacity, a determination, a focus, but also a feeling to everything that's like, that's interesting. Also remember that Cancer is Capricorn's sister sign. So Cancer really brings up the feelings, where Capricorn is like, oh, wait, let's bring it back down to logic. And so we're going to be experiencing, feeling things, and we're also going to be seeing the logical, practical side of it all. And as we blend these together, things will become more clear, more open, more aware for us. It moves us then to the King of Cups. This is our hopes and our fears. The King of Cups is water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. So if you're born on the cusp with Scorpio, if you have water sign energy in your chart, it comes through very powerfully. Just as if you have Cancer here, or you have a lot of Libra in your chart, not just your sun sign, it's going to come through powerfully. What you're going to see here is that you're embracing feeling. You're embracing emotion. Now, the fear can be, I don't want to feel too much, right? I felt too much. It's been overwhelming. I don't want that. I don't want to be drowning in feelings and emotions. But the hope is to lead with the heart and to say, this is what my soul desires. This is what my heart is looking for. This is what my soul, longs for. This is how I'm opening the door. And to be brave enough within ourselves to open the heart and to be guided forward. That's going to be very important. We can also have very strong water sign energy come into our life, a lot based around love, a lot grounded within love. And it moves us then to the outcome. Now, this is a very, I'm laughing because this is a very air sign outcome where like all this goodness comes in, but because we have things changing up and because we're getting our footing and we're understanding ourselves, the Eight of Swords comes in and it's like, okay, I'm going to overthink this. I'm going to overanalyze it to the umpteenth degree. We have a Capricorn moon that's like, I'm fantastic at organizing and analyzing and getting all the numbers just right and getting everything just perfect. Let go of perfect. It can be messy. You don't have to have the answers to anything. Moving forward with your heart, moving forward with your compassion, moving forward with your love, having yourself in balance, but also saying like, I need to make sure I'm in balance, I matter, is going to harmonize you forward. And that is a really, really good thing. So this moon comes through very powerfully for you. It very much affects the emotions, but you can want to know the hows and whys and get everything just right. That's not going to happen. Let go of perfection. Let go of overanalyzing and say what comes, comes. And I will embrace it with love, which is a really easy thing to say, and it's hecka hard to do. So just being aware of that is going to be super important during this time. It moves us to what the moon has to say for herself. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Oh, goodness. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Perfect. Okay. So we have darkness coming in. And we have the hard work pays off. This is the new moon in Capricorn. I love how the darkness comes with the new moon in Capricorn. Yes, we are in, excuse me, we are in a full moon. So that's illumination, light. But these are intentions, focus. And it's letting the quiet come in. That's going to be very important for you, Libra. Putting a glass outside. Now, it can be in a glass, like a glass of water, but crystal is the best for soaking up energy. So just being aware of that. If you have crystal, use it. If you don't have crystal, don't use it. It's not a big thing, but you could put a glass cup outside to soak in the moon's rays. You can put it on your windowsill if you're like, Date, I'm not going to put that outside. Completely understandable. But letting it soak in the full moon energy. I would highly recommend drinking that water afterwards. You can water your plants if you're not comfortable with it, but taking in that energy of the moon, setting your intention forward, what you wanted to spotlight during this time, what you want your hard work to spotlight during this time, because you're changing so much of the way you see things. And there is going to be a little bit of a bumpy road ahead. It's not a hard bumpy road. I don't see it as super, super intense, but it's like reevaluating things in a very important, very powerful way for you. And it brings in the quiet, it brings in the contemplation, and then it brings in the balance, right here with justice. And it says your dreams need a practical plan. So as you're balancing yourself, you're starting to see, oh, okay, I have like kind of like the blueprint of what I want, but I have to make it substantial. I have to make it more, or I have a sketch, an idea. I have to make it more. And that's going to come forward during this time. And the balance of the self is going to be with the dream and the practical. And it moves us then to the realization that we are the key to so much more. A lot of times we think, oh, it's outside. Luck is on your side. You have luck, you have a grace to you, you have a charm to you that others are going to see. They're going to be like, oh, why is Libra so lucky? Why do you get to have it all? Type of thing. But the realization is that you've put in a lot of hard work and you are really aligning to what you want, what you desire, and where you're headed. It moves us then to the spirit message of it. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly, guide this reading. And this is the Wren. It says, be bold and confident. Use all your resources to create your dreams. And that's going to be important. It's like, no, but there's so much more here. There's so much more to my dreams and my power and what I want than what I realized in the very beginning. And it moves us then to our chakra message. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly, guide this reading, and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. This is listening. This is one of the most powerful energies that we can really embrace within our chakra self. I really think that this is the third chakra, right? And usually we think of talking, but here it is connecting with listening. It is connecting with grounding yourself, and it's listening to the world around you. And in a world where everybody's talking over everybody else, who is louder is more important. This is going to be a time where you listen and you grow and you listen. And people are like, well, how did you know that? It's like, because you listened. And that's going to be your superpower. And that is one of your superpowers, Libra. It moves us then to the energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Ooh, this is the 9 of Cups. Very interesting that it's over the 9 of Pentacles. So there's something here about kind of like the human aspect of it, or it's almost like, and this is a very Libra thing as well. It's like being more than human, being superhuman, right? Is your expectation. Don't do that to yourself. Also celebrate your wins. There's going to be somebody here who wants to turn a celebration into something nasty. Don't let them do that to you. There's also a small wish that doesn't come true, where you're like, see, I told you nothing's going to happen. Type of thing gets blown out of proportion. Don't do that to yourself either. There's a small, what seems like a loss at the time, but actually winds up being really good for you in the long run. It moves us then to our subconscious spirit message, which is the Vulture. It says, accept the inevitable, let go of the past, and welcome a rebirth to begin. You are embracing transformation, a deeper understanding of what it is that you want. It's like, okay, it's kind of like, SHIT happens. I'm still moving forward. And it moves us then to our subconscious chakra message. And this is forgiveness, the heart chakra. Everybody talks about forgiveness to others. And that's important. Yeah, sure, it is. But I say that like rather dismissively, because other people, we can forgive them. if we need to. But this is about forgiving ourselves. This is about, wow, I really wish that didn't hurt me the way it did. I really wish I didn't trust that person. Or I really wish, and we internalize. And this is saying, this is part of my story. This is part of who I am. I will not deny me, hate any part of me, or diminish my life in any way. I forgive myself for having learned lessons, or having to have seen things that I never wanted to know or see, because some people, there's hardships, and then there's catastrophic hardships that people go through. And here it is moving forward in forgiveness, love, and compassion, not for everybody else in the world, but for yourself and everything that you've been through. It moves us then to the energy to be mindful of. And this is rebirth. This is a transformation. And this can be fighting a rebirth, a new chapter that's coming in, a new way of seeing your life and what it is that you want. Yeah. And this is something here where it's like, oh, I'm not sure if I want this, but everything is changing. And so even if you try to stop it, it's still going to come forward. The subconscious spirit message is the Page of Wands. Now, this is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So if you have fire sign energy in your chart, that's coming through quite passionately during this time. But the Page of Wands is being a student of your passion, is connecting with your fire, your tenacity, things that bring you joy. And this is also a connection to the past, like what brought you joy when you were small and, Christmas trees were tall type of thing. What did you look for in your life? Because you're looking for it again now. And that's part of the rebirth is that coming home to self, and that seeing of dreams in what you truly desire. The Page of Wands is also letting yourself be a student, letting yourself learn and gain an understanding, and not being afraid to ask the questions and dive deeper into things. It moves us then to the nourishment, which comes from asking questions, diving deeper, really nourishing your soul and yourself. And then it's the full moon in Libra. So this is you really connecting with that beautiful full moon energy. And it says a win-win outcome is forecast. You move forward in triumph. All right, Libra. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Libra. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. Have a blessed moon and a blessed life. Bye.